We live, yo, yo, yo. Andy's Crypto Talk. We're back. We're back because I should be streaming this-ish every 2 days because we're in a bull market. Let's see, when did we do our last one? 2 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days. Yeah, we're doing one every 2 days. We started a good trend, and I'm going to stick on this trend because you guys need this info. As always, check out the links in the description. We got PrimeXBT, we got BitGet, we got Breakout Trading. I really highly recommend if you don't have a lot of money to jump into these markets right now, then I'm not sure what this is, but it's Path, and I always repost it. The same with Shadownomics, always repost it. We live, we finna ride this Solana. So I recommend highly that you check out Breakout. BreakoutProp.com. But check out the link. I've got an affiliate link in the description below. If you want to join, you know, support my channel, help me out, and you can sign up to up to 100K account for, I think it's like 800 bucks. Here it is. So 1 step or 2 step. I usually just do the 1 step, and I like the 10Ks for YOLO because then it's like my one risk is just wrecking that account, and if I make it, then I'm laughing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just playing with money at that point, just play money. But yeah, so 100K account, 800 bucks. You just got to get 10K profit. That's why I like the 10K one. You get your 1K profit, you're good to go. $600 max drawdown, so it's you know, you want to be tight with your risk rewards on this type of thing. But yeah, definitely check out the link for Breakout. And so let's get to the charts because we got some craziness happening. So markets are open. Of course, the VIX isn't really moving yet because it doesn't move till tomorrow. Let's see what happened here. So markets open kind of flat, it looks like, on oh, it's up on NASDAQ. Up a little bit on NASDAQ, up a little bit on SPY. The dollar is rejecting around the 107. But mind you, from September to now, it's been pumping, and Bitcoin's been doing pretty good. So the whole crypto market's been doing pretty good. So that's just something to keep in mind as we're moving into Q4. Things are pretty seasonality-ish bullish. So this looks like it faked out this inverted head and shoulders. It's still an inverted head and shoulders style, but now it's broken up above there. So keeping an eye on the dollar for sure. But as I've said recently, that this doesn't necessarily matter. That the 5th of November we see dollar rallied 1.5% on the same day that Bitcoin did 10%. And like SPY, for example, on that 5th leading to the 6th, we saw the gap up, right? So it gapped up 2.5%. So that's kind of a broader spectrum overview. Let's get to crypto because that's really what's hot right now. This USDT.D, the dominance of US dollar tether, we have it. It's under the structure now, under this trend line, and it's following our green path. It's under where I'd like it to be, because down means bullish on USDT.D. So keep that in mind. BTC dominance kind of peaked out there, and now we're sort of teetering down. And we can see that in things like, I don't know if ETH-BTC, no, ETH-BTC is doing nothing. You can see that in Sol ETH, Sol BTC, past few days, right? As BTC dominance taking a little bit of a break, right? Past few days since Friday, we've seen sort of Solana take the lead, right? So, I mean, Friday was here. It did step up a bit there, but not until actually Saturday, you know, sort of midday. That's when we've seen this major push up from Solana dominance. Sol dominance essentially being Sol BTC, but there is a Sol.D as well, which, you know, it would be good actually to add that to my list. Sol.D, because I believe this guy's definitely on the move as well. Let's get that right in here. So yeah, Sol D, look at that breakout. That's looking solid. Unsee, almost. Unsee. What's Sol dominance? Look at this. So this looks really, really good for Sol. You know, this upwards trajectory sort of flag, and it's about to break out. And I think we're going to see something like that. Solana's really going to make some fireworks at the end of the year here, because it did the same thing last year. It came from down here, come from the bottom, now we here, right? Solana dominance up 336% around the same time last year. So why is this happening? It's because of meme coins, right? So I remember I brought this up with you guys, Google Trends. Google Trends, and we were exploring, actually, it looks like I was checking out GME. That's actually interesting. If we look at the past 12 months, if we look at the past 5 years, it really looks like nothing's happening on GME. But if we check out meme coin topic, what is this? Interesting that Nigeria is super interested in meme coins. But if we look at the past 12 months, we're at 100. We at 100. So that's why a lot of eyes are on meme coins now. Why we're seeing meme coins go from 0 to a billion fast, ultra fast, right? This was 2024, 23. This is 21. 21 looks like a blip compared to what we have going on right now. So one thing I would recommend is reading this. Wolong Game of Deception. If you just Google it, just Google Wolong Game of Deception, and you'll come up with this article. It's not a very long read, but it's something that's super interesting and worth paying attention to, because Dogecoin, being what it is to our markets, let's see what Doge is up to, right? So this is part of the reason why we see meme coins doing what they're doing, is that we're back. You know what I mean? So this started right here. This is when meme coins really started coming up. And I started covering this stuff in my channel. You know, I started talking about Solana around here, you know, mid-October to beginning of November. Beginning of November to end of November, I started talking about meme coins. We talked about Myro. We were in Myro in the millions, couple millions, right? And it's in the hundreds of millions now. So 100x at least for you guys. I've popped out 100x's non-stop in my calls, okay? So we're going to start doing paid if you want to get in the Telegram. That link that you see there is not going to work anymore. you're gonna have to DM me on Telegram. It's at ANJOII, and if you want to get in and get some calls, because they've been making money. Okay, so this is what we looked at last week. Looked at Doge. We talked about getting out of this box range because this was kind of just this lower area. You know, it faked out and then it came back into it, retested kind of the midline, and then I said once it pushes up out of there that it's going to send, and that's basically what it did. So it pushed up out, it retested 14 cents and straight to 43. So this move right here, 210%. I hand you guys these moves on a platter. Like, you know, even if you waited, you know, it came down and then you didn't enter until here after it kind of broke this flag, because that's really the way I show you guys. You know, you'd wait for this flag to break and you'd enter here somewhere on a lower time frame. You could have probably went down to maybe a 1 hour and easily entered this. Yeah, see right there, before it really popped, as it came out of here. So that would have been your sort of trend for it to break. As it broke out of here, right here would have been your perfect entry, right around 16 cents, because it would have been like, okay, that's the top of that box, you know, we're happy. If it breaks and if it holds, it's going to hold all this, so you could, you know, aim your stop loss under, like a cent under or whatever. So yeah, I mean, like, there's Myro. I think I laid this one out for you guys too. Look at that. Seriously, I'm laying these out for you. Yes, it did make this bigger correction from where we anticipated. So you just extend your line. Right? Like, maybe you would have, maybe you took this right here, like took this trade and lost 1 hour, and then waited for this to come back and recover it out here, and then you would have took this trade. You wouldn't have lost your R there. It didn't go below. It did not go below. So you would have probably entered somewhere within here. It wouldn't have even gone below your entry if you entered low enough, right? If you waited for kind of confirmation, entered a little bit higher here, that's okay too. It would have came back, might have stopped you out for 1 more R, but you would have known to get back in. You know, because that's what you want to do in this type of situation. You might get knocked out a couple times, but you want to get back in, because once it's kind of free and clear of this level, you know, that's what I talked about right here. Get above this level, it'll play around, and then it'll go to the next level. And what did it do? It got above that level, it played around, and then it went right to the next level. And I laid these out for you guys. So now we're on top of this structure. It's actually looking really good that it just stays above this structure. It's gonna send. Like, I think Myro has legs to go to 1 billion now, because that's just a 2x from all-time high. So that's kind of how you have to look at these types of structures and things. Now you got to kind of minimize this down, right? Like, that's kind of what you want to look at this chart like, right? So it was the low. This is how Trader Main talks about it too, by the way, guys. The down move before the up move that broke market structure. It came back and tested in that box. And so anywhere in this box was a good buy. And as you can see now, you know, it's proving to be a good buy. So BTC taking a little bit of a rest here while meme coins, altcoins, they're all kind of going on a rip. So let's take a look at the Solana play that we talked about. This was it, but we were talking about it on a 4 hour, I think. Yeah, this was a different chart we just brought it up on. But I think our main chart is, yeah, this one. So we had a bullish case and a not so bullish case. A little more bearish, but still bullish overall, like I said. Right? So that one we can get rid of it, but it followed this one to a T. Look at this. It structured down and bounced off around that 215 range. It did spike all the way down to 210, you know, so it gave a good chance at a nice entry before it just sent on upwards. And now we've broken out of this recent move that spiked up to the 242 range, and it sort of consolidated back down almost to 228. 228 was kind of our range for breakout, and that was our target, right? So we passed the target and then broke up right to the next range, which was at 243.09. That's what I had marked from previous cycle, that was a spike, right? So that was this spike as it all-time high and went down, consolidated, and then it spiked up, trying to invalidate this previous lower high to a higher high, but then it wasn't able to make a higher low, and it went to a lower low, right? So I mean, you would have known at this point that it was bearish and to watch out, but what matters now is that's where there was some volatility, there was some price action there, and so now we see that as a bit of a resistance. I think that's getting played out really nicely right now, because we see this, you know, it spiked right up through it again. It resisted off at first, now it's spiked up through it, now it's trying to make it as support. If we can see support get created here, it's going to easy reach right up to the 260 mark, which is all-time high for Solana. I don't think it just settles there because of what we've seen recently on BTC, right? So let's check out our BTC chart and see if it's following the fractal. It really isn't. It's kind of slumping. It's kind of slumping, to be honest. But that's okay. Like, we want to see alt season. Look at these projections I had. It's going to the fucking moon. Let's just get a fresh chart here because I just want to show you guys this. You know, this is a nice tight wedge, and we're getting this structure on the low, which is actually super nice as well. So yeah, I mean, BTC looks ready for another send here, and that would be to the 100K mark. And then remember what we talked about, that if it goes to the 100, it's not going to stop at the 100. So seasonals. Yeah, so ETH looking like a big dog, so I'm not even going to bring it up because it's just not worth it. BNB is actually dogging it right now too, but it's more similar to BTC. I think it's just kind of chilling like BTC is. Here's something to check out for you guys. Tron, all-time high of all time, like all-time high, and just rocketed. So that's sort of similar what I'm expecting on Solana. Blows through all-time high, retests it, and then sends again, right? It just makes sense. SUI, we talked about this recently. You know, it flew past our 280. It's already at 380. You know, $4 kind of rejecting. They're selling $4 early. Put it that way. 390. You know, 390 to 395. Someone with a lot is selling it early. So they're using that $4 as liquidity. I would say keep a good eye on this $4 region. And then once it kind of breaks up out of here, then it's probably a lot better for something like SUI, because it's psychological resistance right here. So just kind of keep an eye for a nice play here if you want to play into Sui. I haven't checked that ton in a while. Yeah, see, this is, it's looking ready to cook. It's looking like it's ready to cook here. Looks like it's ready to cook, to be honest. Ton would be a really good entry. It's resting on previous all-time high. This launched in 21? I don't remember this launching in 21. $5 back in 21. That's interesting. That's interesting. I feel like you'd get dumped on because of that. There's a lot of bag holders. But who knows? Because, I mean, that Russian guy is pretty smart. AVAX is looking good. It's above this level. Above the box range. AVAX might be a really nice entry as well. Keep an eye on some of these altcoins that not a lot of people are trading. They're not like front of mind. They're kind of back of mind for some people. Did we talk about FTM? Oh yeah, we thought it was going from there. That rejected. That got rejected. Anyways, I really just wanted to farm some clout. Tell you guys, you know, sign up to Breakout because you be trading a 100K account if you don't have that much money. And they got lots of meme coins on there. Say is actually looking pretty nice. What can I say? That would be the flag that it's now rotating. A nice inverted head and shoulders down here. It came and tested that liquidity zone right down here. So this kind of down move here. It tested that liquidity zone. And it moved up out of there. It cleared this. It cleared this range, and it's looking actually really nice to move up to this 57-cent range and then kind of go from there. I would say that Say is going to do pretty good here. It's another one. It's not front of mind because people were talking about Sui, not as much Say. But I think they have similar feels. So yeah, starting this uptrend, it could go really good. A lot of altcoins I would definitely just pay attention to at this point, right? DYM, like that's painful. You know, I sold a bunch up here around $10 to buy. I believe I bought more GME with it. GME on Solana. So speaking of meme coins, let's check out some meme coin charts that I marked out on the past few streams. Here's GME. Right, you guys remember the big W, retest, and then send. So I think we're on that send mark. This was the resistance that we're now creating into support, which is about 48, right? I'd say that's actually a pretty nice place for that. So I think we're creating this kind of W pattern up here. And then it's going to send like so. But yeah, GME from the low calls we're making, you know, all within this range. I would say we were talking about it. Why did that happen? We were talking about GME all in this range right down here. From the lows of about 12 mil, highs of about 37, but your average could have been about 25 mil, and you'd be up 2x from that if you got in on the lows. You know, it did spike up to 60 here. We saw 407% potential move on the GME coin. So keep that in mind. The coin's always going to do more numbers than the stock. So if you're not playing with as much money, I would say just buy the coin. Just buy the coin. Anyways, a bit of a correction here. Is that, I think that's Sol correcting. Not much, actually. That's not even a dip. So kind of retesting this high potentially again. That's where it looks like it bounced right off of. Those candle bodies right there. So 240 to 260 is the next move for Sol. Let's see, what other meme coins do we talk about? Aurora, sorry. Oh, whoa, look at what's happening here. And so we marked this out, and I was saying in my Telegram group around here, I was saying this is good for another entry. I was saying this thing is cooking. We gave this to you around 5 mil. It's up about 3x right now. And that's what it just broke out of after retesting this liquidity zone. So I think this has legs. Just looking at it on the 1 minute to see what happened there. 55k buy. It must have been a huge buy. Let's have a look. Yeah, 42k buy. 175 Sol. That's a pretty big buy. And it was sandwiched. Oh, no, it wasn't. Someone else was sandwiched. This actually wasn't sandwiched. That's pretty surprising. Let's see, does this guy... Oh, he's made multiple buys. Look at this. Let's have a look. That was a pretty bad sell, though. Okay, so let's see what happened here. Buddy bought 250 Sol worth on this and this spike, top buying, and then sold it on this low, and now just bought back in. So that's kind of crazy. That's telling, though. That is telling. People are FOMOing back into stuff right now, right? Look at where we were showing you guys this, right? You could have bought as low as 2 mil, being up 8x. At the highs would have been over a 10x. I gave this to you guys. I just handed it to you right around here. So then, like, you know, people are going to wonder why I'm charging to get into the Telegram, and this is why. You know, I gave you Mudang. I talked about Mudang within this zone and this zone. Right? So Mudang could have bought as low as 60 mil. It's at 600 mil. That's a 10x. I hand these out to you guys like those little wafers they give you in church, and they just put it on your tongue. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting the shit on your tongue and saying, here, just like eat it. Eat, my crew. I'm force feeding my crew. Whoever's selling, though, like, stop it. Get some help. You know, there are a couple that I talked about that aren't doing as well, but they're looking like they're ready to turn around. So I'll give you these guys again. Aeon. This is, it's going to be one of those revenge rallies. I believe this is going to be a big revenge rally. And I think we see now A little bit of inverted head and shoulders. Potential to happen out of there. They're meme coins. They're risky, okay, guys? It did just go up from 1.25 mil to 4.5 mil in one swing. So these are kind of risky, of course. What you want to see is, because you see this lower high, we want to see a higher high. That's when you're like, okay, we're happy, let's enter. That's the safest play if you want to be safe with the meme coin. But one thing, like one candle can change all that anyway. So what's the other one we talked about that's not doing super hot but has huge potential? And I think we see this on, I would say this is kind of the box range that we should have marked out, is down to this low. So it lost that box range and now it's recovering it. Looking good, looking unsy. I think up only if the show comes back. Sorry, not if, but when the show comes back, this thing is gonna go gangbuster, straight up. Finna pump, you know. And then let's duplicate this. And then I'll give you some other ones. We talked about FOMO 3D. Okay, so this one just kind of went sideways from where we talked about it. That means you're getting a chance to enter. You're getting a chance to enter here at a little bit of a better valuation. So I would keep an eye on FOMO 3D for a nice entry. It might even be right now. It might be right now. See what it's doing? It could wedge out of that. What was the other one we talked about? I can't even think about it. And look at this. This is turning. It's starting to look like pump fun, to be honest. The one crazy one I'll say from today. Oh, not Taiki the elephant. It's a different one. So I think this is part of why GME saw a massive candle pump today. Or last night. I forget what it was. The GME mascot Buck. Oh, that's a different one. That's the wrong one. I seen a buck just go crazy. There it is. Look at this thing go. So this went straight up 9,600%. And then another 131% later. That same day. Last night, yeah. I don't know whoever was accumulating this on the way. Genius play, because GameStop, Twitter, the Buck Twitter, the GME mascot, it posted right here. Obviously that's where it posted, and it just went straight up. 62 mil, corrected down to about 28, and then up to almost 100 mil. So this might be worth an entry because of the volume alone. It is a pretty higher, it's like a higher market cap. So you could get rinsed totally and lose a lot of money. But it might be worth yeeting a bag on it. Just because of the potential for, if the GME stock pumps, all the derivatives are going to pump like crazy, right? So every coin, GME coin, Buck, probably even AMC coin. I don't even know if that thing's still alive. Yeah, 9 months ago. So it's, see, look at that. What'd I say? It pumped 50%. So this is anticipation pumps. And this got the same sort of treatment throughout, right? This launched alongside GME coin. You know, it went up to 11 mil, retested back at like, what is that? 90K, 100K. 100K market cap to 31 mil. That's crazy. So this might be worth putting a little bag into, because it's still pretty low. It's still like under 10x from all-time highs. So, and it'll get that treatment, right? It'll get that AMC, GME, meme coin, meme stock treatment. Yeah, I'm not sure what else. I think that's all for the night. My neck hurts. This one was crazy. Barsic. I mean, this shows you what's happening to meme coins, right? Things are going crazy. Things are going crazy parabolic. This went up to 360 mil in like 4 days. So you can easy make it 1K at the right thing, and you're gonna make it. So keep clicking. Definitely check out the links in the description. I think we're gonna get some Blowfin action going on. Blowfin has no KYC, so I want to get you guys a link for that. One thing I seen today was this Vibe Cat, and I mean, I was all about Vibe Cat last bull run. That's looking really nice too. That's actually looking really nice too. Because it's actually retesting some of this liquidity from previous year. I think that's what it's retesting. If it stays above that, that's super bullish. It could go right to the lows of it, 7 mil, and then continue on up. But the Vibe Cat, like, I mean, I was all about it. Just vibe. Oh, what is that? I don't want to enhance. I want to see the original. And the little ticker vibes. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, see, it's breaking down into it now, so it might be a good zone to be buying into this for the next leg up. Everything's basically going to lag up. As long as Sol legs up, everything's going to lag up with it. I don't think my guy's moving. Probably hasn't been moving most of the time. AI is doing really good. See things like Zarabro. Right? Just on a really big uptrend. Goat is moving. I've seen Goat pumping pretty hard here recently. I'm not sure where it is on this. Fartcoin's crazy. This is crazy. Look at this trend. This is the trend everybody wants. 1700% in 2 weeks. And I was looking at this, you know, I was looking at this back here. Whoa, what's happening? I'm getting some lag. But yeah, you could have played this right around here, just being up only. That's huge. Huge run. Wow. That looks just crazy. So yeah, we're in bull mode, people. We're major bull mode right now. There's GOAT. GOAT broke the 1 billy zone. We had some markings on it from back here. Paying attention to this because it was correcting big time. That was a huge opportunity to enter around the 400 mil. I mean, we were talking about this. That's looking like a really nice, just steady uptrend. Right? That's a pretty steady uptrend. Steady uptrend. It could come and retest this around the 1 billy. But realistically, I think it's up only as well. Yeah, I could test this range around the 1 billion. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it for tonight.